Well, as Americans are about to vote in our presidential election, there is one former president who really made his mark in Watts. Well, as I mark 30 years here at Fox 11 News, this week-long series was really one of my favorites. We take you back to 1995 when Jimmy Carter came to town with Habitat for Humanity.
I cannot express the way we felt when we want to thank Jimmy Carter for giving us the house.
Watts, 25 years ago, among the 2,000 volunteer home builders, a former president of the United States, Jimmy Carter.
Well, you don't have to make a difference all over the world. You just make a difference in the eyes of one grateful homeowner family who's never had a decent place to live before, and all of a sudden they see what I consider to be a modern miracle.
Carter and wife Rosalind, with tools in hand, building homes for families in need.
He is out there with his hammer and nails. He is not just here for looks. He's working, absolutely.
Jimmy Carter's one of the hardest workers we've got right now, and I don't have to worry about him making any mistakes.
It's called the annual Jimmy Carter Work Project. Watts got 21 homes for low-income families built in 1 week.
Well, I think the problem with housing has been underestimated.
Watching her Habitat for Humanity home go up, Tony Miller.
She's blowing my house.
Yeah.
Miller was a law clerk living with 9 relatives under one roof, in on building her American dream.
My first wall is up.
Fox 11 had a blast watching this pocket of Watts come to life 25 years ago. I was a young reporter then, and watching our old video was a trip back in time for me.
Tomorrow, an army of volunteers will begin to change the face of Watts. The backbone of the Habitat budget for companies like Kaufman and Blitz. This annual blitz is the biggie. The Jimmy Carter Work Project has nearly come to an end. The volunteer year number 20, house number 40,000. As the Watts project comes to an end, the hammer is passed.
But these were serious times, too. In the mid-90s, L.A. itself was rebuilding after the '92 riots.
Just being here will vitalize it. Just being here, we need to know that people care.
When I was a leader of this great nation, I had a good friend here, Kenneth Hahn. And whenever I came to Los Angeles County, he says, don't go to Wilshire Boulevard, don't go to Hollywood, come to Watts. Now, this is my 5th visit here, and I think this was going to be one of the greatest times that we've ever had.
Carter christened each home with a Bible. The politician turned construction worker joking.
You've seen how they built a house? Yes. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
Jimmy Carter left a legacy here in L.A., and for 21 families in Watts, he changed the world.
I can't wait to see Mr. Carter and shake his hand and hug him and kiss him, because he's made my life complete.
You see why I love that series. We were there every day that week as they built those homes from scratch. Now, only 6 American presidents have lived into their 90s. Jimmy Carter is the oldest. He turned 96 on October 1st.
Wow. Of course, he mentions Kenny Hahn. His son became the mayor of Los Angeles. Yeah. His daughter, currently an LA County supervisor, loved the outfits. So what was that like, though, being with the president like that?
I got to tell you, he worked so hard. He barely gave me the time of day for an interview. He really didn't want to deal with us. He wanted to work.
Yeah. But, I mean, then he meets you, and he's like, of course.
Nope,
it's
he
Christine
wanted to
Devine.
work.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, we're going to check back in with one of those families. I can't wait to see tomorrow's story. It is awesome.
Yeah, all these years later, and to see what an impact that made, which is really cool.